Is this thing on? This is Hank Hill here. I was told I was responding to a propane emergency. The customer here has assured me that I will be able to get to the propane emergency as soon as we are done with this. Apparently it is vital. Welcome back to Plum's channel. If you are joining us here for the first time, we just want to let you know that your presence is appreciated. Ma'am, I'm not too good at doing this sort of thing. Reading from a script makes me sound like a jackass. Today I will be narrating this speed build, as Bobby calls it. Here we have a lovely 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-den Rambler-style ranch house. An American home. A Texan home. Now we're off to a good start with these hedges and flowers and such, but I pray to the Lord above that she does something about this lawn. Oh. Now, judging by the background, this doesn't appear to be Arlen. Good Lord, I hope she didn't build this in California. Ugh. Thank goodness. My prayers for the lawn have been answered. I was starting to get nauseous. I see that she kept Peggy's gnome Winklebottom. I can't stand that thing. As you can see here, we've moved on to the interior. Plum here has provided quite the faithful rendition of my own kitchen, right down to the oak cabinets. A strong American wood. The choice in tile is pretty spot on. The floor looks so good you couldn't even tell I fell through on account of Dale's god dang tunnel. Ugh, that giblet head. Well, now it seems like we're going to the living room. I think Peggy had tried to go with something other than blue for the carpet, but I did manage to convince her that, in the long run, it would be far better. You can see there my award for Propane Salesman of the Year. I'm quite proud of that one. Mr. Strickland gave that one to me. We have some good memories here in the family room. Well, mostly, there was that one time that giblet-head social worker came in here and tried to take away my boy. Well, he's not coming back anytime soon. There was also that time that Mrs. Wakeman came by for Christmas and tried to, pass in my living room. You know, that Mrs. Wakeman, she still comes by from time to time every Christmas. At first we had our differences, but we learned to get along and appreciate each other. Although, I still feel the need to check around the corner for her from time to time. Moving on to the dining room, many a family meal have been eaten in here, including many grade A steaks cooked on my propane grill, the best of which came from that co-op I worked at. I don't really talk about it often, but they had the best meat until they sold out to the man. Here we have my boy's room, Bobby. He's a good kid. He's just a little, well, he's a little different sometimes, but gosh dang it, he's still my boy. When I first found out that I was gonna be a father, I was so excited. Not only was I gonna get to meet my boy, but it was a new craft project. My son, his room really reflects his, personality. Bobby, he has those interests of his, and they certainly reflect in his room. He has those troll dolls. And well, there was that one time I found out he was growing roses in his closet. Don't even get me started on the time Peggy walked in on him kissing a mannequin head. Good Lord. Oh. Well, now, this here is, mine and Peggy's room. I really don't have a lot to say about this room. Here we have the water heat. I mean, Peggy's office. Of course, my lovely wife needs her own space to work in. I have some memories of this room. I remember when a maintenance man had to come and fix it. Ugh. Sorry, that was hard to admit. I was also accused of being a racist by said man, but I'll have you know, that in this household, the only thing that matters is how a man likes his steak cooked. Ah, here we go. The garage. A man's sanctuary. I've spent many a times tuning up my truck in this here garage. And, some other memories. I remember the time that I made coffins for myself and my wife, Peggy, which was all fine and dandy, but she didn't really like how I did the first one, so I had to redo it. And there was also that time that Bobby, he messed up the garage door trying to roll in like some sort of cowboy or something, I don't know. The boy ain't right. But I can't give him too much trouble. There was that time I was working on that clock for Peggy, and, well, the varnish fumes became too strong for me. I had to break down my own garage door. Oh. Now, I'll tell you what, it's a real shame there was no red truck in this game. Here we have my pride and joy of the backyard. As you can see here, we're building Ladybird's doghouse, one that I take pride in as I built it with all American wood. Now, Ladybird usually is a indoor dog. She's never been anything else, but we did have to build it when my son, Bobby, started experiencing allergic reactions to her. Oh, when it came down to it, I had to choose between my boy and my dog. And in the end, I chose my dog, because Bobby wanted to stay out there for some reason, and it kind of worked out. But then we found out that his allergies were something else entirely. And at last here, we have the den. Now, the den used to be my home personal space, but when family needed us, we stepped in. You see, Luann needed to take over the space when her mother got arrested for the fork incident. Oh. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed having Luann here. Well, aside from when she'd take the best piece of ham. But when she finally did move out, I was, well, quite content. Well, now, this has been fun and all, but here we've reached the end of the video. It felt pretty cool to feel like I was some sort of play-by-play announcer for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see here. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. This has been Hank Hill, signing off. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to check your propane level, and be sure to stop by Strickland Propane for any of your propane needs. Anyways, this has been Hank. God bless.